Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Start! 180! 57 to Mike. Oh, you got deep? Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Set! Black 30. Target. 8.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Throwing on second and long. Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down.
Alert. Hey, Wahoo!
Now Roethlisberger. And he's got his man on the out route. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Mariota on first down. Stepping it, and right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit And in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Darquez Denard there to make the tackle. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge. No place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
Looking to throw on second down. Roethlisberger. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds a man with a crossing route. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. A quick throw complete to Washington. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 2nd and 7, Mariota escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Time to go, night. One.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
You can't block me. Ringo. Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 21. Three. I don't think you got it, son. Mike 7, let's go. Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hey, Team 6. 57's the mic.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ready?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
50. Bravo.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Now he's going to let it go deep, right sideline. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going, and the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They'll run it here with Brown. There to make the tackle, Steven Nelson.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 31-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Mariota. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
3 and out. 4th down.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Kill, kill, kill. Easy, easy.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
Topper, topper.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Blue 30. Hey, here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Check. Check hot route.
Now a give, right side. Grant. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go. Black 20. 50 seconds, come on. Look, there's that. You gonna take. You got alert. You got take right there. Black 20.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this throw will be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
61, matchbox, light.
Following the interception here, Mariota finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Bengal first down.
Let's go. Pittsburgh. You don't want nothing. Switch. Three.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
One. Two, fellas, let's go. 50, Mike, 50. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mariota. Oh, he's going to let this. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Coming to you.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
Man, I got you.
Roethlisberger will throw. Washington's got it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Washington. A gain of 11 brings up 3rd and 4.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on third down. On first down, it's Grant. And he's corralled, but not before getting it. Inside the 35.
Here we go. 13 more yards. That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the pass.
Quarter. Smooth.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Orbit.
57. Mike, 57.
What is that? We got this. 57.
Now Roethlisberger. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. They were looking for Johnson that time.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense. They got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. To throw is Mariota. Going deep downfield for Ross. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, 83 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, but it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, pick it up, D-Bravo.
Throwing is Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Returnable for Grant.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
All right, now, 230. Mike, Jack 16. 44 is the Mike. Mike, what's that?
On 2nd down and 4, Roethlisberger. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Screen pass to Connor. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the Bengals' 28-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
44.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Mike's 57, 57.
Hey, Haywood.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
50.
Here's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Come, baby. Come, baby. Woo! Kill.
And an alley to run. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bullock good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. This is Grant. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Black 20.
I got you.
Snickers, 66.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Set. 180.
50 seconds to mine.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Black and run.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
7-7.
Mike 57.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
57. Here we go.
Black,
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And his pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here we go.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
I got one.
50.
Switch.
44. Hey. High 7. Wide exactly.
Roethlisberger. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Switch. Watch twist.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It was a play that was designed to trick the defense, to try and fool them. They didn't gain a huge chunk of yardage, but they did pick up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it. And that'll be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Mariota. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Go. Hey, check, Mike 21, check. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Here we go.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21.
One.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, check.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at the 18. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run.
He's got a man complete. He's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
50 seconds. 50 seconds to Mike. Hey, come on.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players than football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Roethlisberger going up top. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Mariota now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Like 80.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
On second down, it's White, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Back now in Pittsburgh, it's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Black 5! Hey, alert, 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 alert! Black is on!
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, but it'll be second down.
At the 26-yard line.
Ready? Block 80!
All day, just like that. Just like that.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ryan Switzer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple of extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Mariota to throw it this time. Forced out to his left. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Check my 21. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Where are they, team?
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mariota. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. On first and 10 is counter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Easy, easy. Hey, Delta.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete to White. Wiggles free, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, first and 15.
Check 4, check 4.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Check, 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 check. 3. 1.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Check 3. 1.
On play action, Mariota. He's got his man, Boyd. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, you got 3.
From the gun, Mariota. That's complete. Bernard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
First down, Bengals.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike's 50. Check.
On second down, here's Mixon. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
3rd down.
Mike's 50. Bandit. Check. Fresno. 3.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. Now Mariota on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mariota. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Mariota. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One last shot now from Mariota. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Pittsburgh, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll sink now to 0-4, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This one fielded at the 5. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Chicago! He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team to just score their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cousins on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Push him back.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Kill. Check nickel. Greystone, travel. Leave up 48. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
From the 38, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
Gun.
Hey, 58 is a mic.
Hey, no, easy.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Third and long for Cousins. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. Returnable here for Callaway. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bears take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Hey, Alpha. 5.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 37-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense. 2nd round, the defense. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Big stop, let's go.
Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Cooper's got it. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
5. Now.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And this is caught. It's Cooper. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
Check it back.
Ready?
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justice Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Dolphins nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's second down.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL. On EA Sports.
14. Dolphins, nothing.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, 382, late 50.
Whip.
Line out.
Switch.
Cousins now. Then complete to Lamar Miller. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Kill.
Six.
2. Hey, Clicker.
No. Off. Hey, switch gears. Kill.
Line out.
Twist.
Cousins now from the 50. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
45 the mic.
Gun.
Hey, check Mike 45.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hey,
Here's Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Strong right. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Hey, we're good.
50's the mic. I got it.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Hey, watch the slant.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he comes back with one complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Gun.
From the 24, Cousins. And this one's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Hey, Steelers.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. You're not ready. You're not ready.
On third down, Cousins. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. To the air again, it's Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check safety.
Go. Hey. Shoot.
Here's the 2nd and 7. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Here we go. 8-3.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 43-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it out of the gun with Hill. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check, check. Lucky.
Hey, Foxtrot.
No.
Yep.
Check.
Yeah.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Oh, yeah.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Here we go again. Kill.
Hey, zoom. 5.
2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
3 bar. Mike 52. You got nothing to do.
Let's go.
From the gun, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
45.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple of Yards up to the 27-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about team scripting.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that.
Rock it.
They'll try to get the offense going with Hill. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Hill. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They're not ready for that. Hey, lock it.
Now a 10th carry for Hill. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They don't keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Protein spill. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. That's taken in by Callaway. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
You ain't doing nothing today. Switch.
Yo, go. Shoot.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Yellow. 45 to Mike.
Cousins to throw it. Completes it to Coleman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
To throw is Cousins. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Check 45 to Mike. Here we go.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Cousins. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Gun.
Check Mike 45.
Get him.
Gun.
45. Mike 45.
Listen to me.
Day. I'm here all day.
Move.
45 to Mike. Bring it.
They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
General West. Hey, Orbit.
Back to throw. Lawrence looking for Cooper. That's complete. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Chicago. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown of the new season as the Bears push further out in front. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Hey,
6-6. Pull it high. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's get that ball. Hey, check Mike.
Hey, Haywood. Now.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Ready, 30 base.
52 right here. 52. Too little, cut.
Go. Hey, high 7. Hey, 5.
From the gun, Lawrence. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. the defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Mike 52. Mike 52. Check down.
Go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Lynch picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal.
Check 55, Mike.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Raekwon McMillan, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
He runs.
And they take a knee. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
3 down.
Ready.
And they will take a knee here. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. Now, bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
From the 27, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's caught. It's Coleman. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
Leave it. Bring up 48.
Check 26. Check 26. Jam.
One last shot now for Cousins. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Chicago, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.